Okay, guys, just hear me out on this one. Hear me out on this one. Migo's bringing a lot of stuff back, right? And all of it is fantastic. But wouldn't you like to see Migo bring out the world's greatest Super Knights again? How awesome would that be? With all of the accessories and weapons and equipment that these beautiful armored knights came with. How cool would that be? Guys, welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. I'm still working on my first cup of coffee. It's very early here at the museum, and I'm having one of those coffee time moments. One of those nights at the round table moments. The world's greatest Super Knights. How cool would that be if MEGO brought these guys back out? I wasn't fortunate enough to have these guys back in the 1970s. And I'm only getting these guys now through the Classic TV Toys, Figures Toy Company website. And this was a few years ago that I picked up these guys because I thought they were so cool. So these are fantastic reproductions of the original MEGO World's Greatest Knights from the 1970s. Do you remember the World's Greatest Knights as a kid growing up in the 1970s? If I did, like I said, I didn't because Superman and Batman kind of ruled our household as kids. So this was nothing more than an afterthought with the World's Greatest Knights. But having these figures now, and especially being a collector, has really made me respect and want these figures that much more as a collector. Now, listen, guys, I we're going to go through a lot of the. Well, we don't know if they'll sell or we don't know what's the fan base out there for the world's greatest knights. We're going to go through a lot of that stuff. But somebody has to talk about it as we sit here and drink our coffee, guys. We're all enjoying our coffee this morning. And we have to talk about these things. I know enough collectors out there would love to see the world's greatest knights again. I know I would. Let us know what you think. Do you remember these beautiful figures from the 1970s? Would you like to see these guys on Target toy shelves or on toy websites brought back by MEGO Corporation? Let us know in the comment section right underneath this video, guys. It's coffee time with M.I.B. More nights, please. And they brought so much to the table as 8-inch collectible action figures. Sir Camelot being one of my absolute favorites from this line. Beautiful white shield, the sword, the armor, the chainmail outfits, the cool head sculpts, the helmets, everything. King Arthur, there's the golden crown right there. Would you like to see MEGO reproduce and bring these guys back out? I believe MEGO still has the rights to these guys. I'm not sure. And if somebody has information on the licensing rights, the property rights to the world's greatest Super Knights, let us know. We would like to know exactly where MEGO stands in all of this. I mean, because we can all agree that there's some figures that MEGO has produced that we're not too keen on. So we can also agree that there's some figures that you would like to see probably in the lineup. And you think about it, you're only talking about 5 figures. You're really only talking about 5 figures. Now, we've seen the rebirth of the Wizard of Oz figures. We've gotten Dorothy, the Wicked Witch, and we've gotten a Cowardly Lion. Now, there's talk that we'll get more, and they've done pretty well. They've done pretty well. Imagine the world's greatest knight, super knights. Imagine how well they would do. Imagine how well they would sell. It's coffee time, guys, with M.I.B. We're just putting it out there. It's food for thought, or coffee for thought, if you will. Here on a early Saturday morning down here in the museum. Would you like to see the world's greatest super knights back on toy store shelves, back on toy websites, with the MEGO banner flying high over them? Wishful thinking? Possibly. Fun? Absolutely. It's absolutely fun to, because guys, we're collectors. We're big kids. We're middle-aged kids now that want to reach out and grab just a small piece of our childhood's memories. And we can do that through our collectibles, through our collections. That's what it's all about, right? What's the worst that MEGO could say? No. that's guys. That's it. That's the worst. They won't breathe fire. They won't melt us. No. It's just a simple word. They could say yes or no. And MEGO being so fantastic, just might say yes and say, you know what? It's worth it. I guarantee you, I guarantee you, if MEGO re-released the world's greatest Super Knights, these toys would sell out. They would have a smash hit on their hand. Because I'm just looking at it from a collector base. If collectors got their hands on brand new, re-released world's greatest Super Knights, these you couldn't keep these on the toy store shelves, or in the retro section, I should say, now at Target, or on the toy websites like Big Bad Toy Store, Coswell Collectibles would definitely would take on these figures and sell them. Entertainment Earth. The world's greatest Super Knights back on toy store shelves. What do you think, guys? Like I said, guys, I do some of my best thinking here in the museum over a cup of coffee. And when it's nice and quiet, and I can share this information with you guys. Do you want, or would you want to see the world's greatest Super Knights back on toy store shelves? MEGO produced. MEGO exclusives. Your thoughts, your opinions. We want to hear all of it, guys. Guys, give us the good, the bad, and the ugly. Give us the pros, give us the cons. But give it a chance. Overall, give it a chance, guys, at the end of the day. And think about it. Really think about it. How well would these figures do? Will they do well, better than some other figures that MEGO's put out in the past? Who knows? But think about it. This is our pitch to MEGO. You know the routine, guys. God bless. Keep drinking that coffee. And keep collecting.